This is Ojukwu News, the voice of truth in Nigerian affairs. Today, we focus on a powerful call from the southeast. Gowon, apologize now. Ohanaeze Ndigbo, the apex Igbo socio-cultural group, has reiterated a decades-old demand for truth, for justice, for healing. This time, the call is louder than ever. Ohanaeze Ndigbo has openly called on former Nigerian Head of State, General Yakubu Gowon, to surrender to his conscience and apologize for his role in the Biafran Civil War, which claimed over 3 million lives, mostly Igbos, between 1967 and 1970. In a statement signed by its Secretary General, Ojukwu, the group accused Gowon of spreading historical falsehoods and downplaying the scale of atrocities during the war. They urged him to acknowledge that the Civil War was not just a political disagreement, but a targeted ethnic cleansing against the Igbo people. But General Gowon has long defended his actions. Let's break down the main reasons he has given over the years to justify his role. 1. To keep Nigeria one is a task that must be done. Gowon has repeatedly said he acted to preserve the unity of Nigeria, arguing that secession by Biafra would have triggered a domino effect, leading to the complete disintegration of the nation. 2. The collapse of the Aburi Accord. After peace talks in Aburi, Ghana, failed, Gowon claimed that the Biafran leadership, led by Odumegwu Ojukwu, misinterpreted the agreement, demanding regional autonomy that was very radical for the federal system. Ohanaeze counters this speech, and said that Gowon willfully sabotaged the Aburi Accord because it would have empowered the East. 3. Economic sabotage allegations. Gowon has also claimed that the eastern region was blocking the flow of oil to the rest of Nigeria and engaging in acts of economic sabotage. 4. Propaganda and allegiance to foreign powers. He alleged that Biafra was receiving arms and funding from hostile foreign nations, framing the war as a struggle against external manipulation, not just internal secession. The Igbos and many historians strongly disagree with Gowon's narrative. Mass atrocities ignored. They point to genocidal acts, like the Asaba massacre and the starvation policy that killed over 1 million children. They argue that Gowon and his regime deliberately used hunger as a weapon of war. Selective unity. Igbos asked, if the war was about unity, why were they economically strangled after the war, with only £20 given to Biafrans, regardless of their bank savings? Broken promises. The so-called no victor, no vanquish promise after the war was not followed through. There was no real reintegration, no apology, no reconciliation. Even in 2025, the debate remains unresolved. Gowon insists he did the right thing, that his hands are clean. Ohanaeze says he was used by Fulani, manipulated into leading a war against his own people. The Igbo Women Assembly has joined in, demanding Gowon speak the truth about the Aburi Accord and admit the federal government's betrayal. The call now is not just for apology, but for truth, restitution, and national healing. This issue is not just about history. It's about identity, injustice, and the soul of Nigeria, in a country still plagued by ethnic tensions, insecurity, and mistrust. The Biafran wounds remain unhealed, but will Gowon take the bold step toward truth and reconciliation, or will this chapter remain closed, buried in denial? What do you think? Should General Gowon apologize? Can Nigeria ever move forward without confronting its painful past? Drop your comments below, like, subscribe, and stay tuned to Ojukwu News, where history speaks, and the people are heard.